Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to navigate the incredibly vibrant, sometimes a bit overwhelming, but always spectacular landscape of Chicago's dance venues. If you've ever wanted to hit the dance floor in the Windy City, but, kind of didn't know where to start, well, you're in exactly the right place.
Right off the bat, Chicago is one of the best cities in the US for live music and dancing. And let me tell you, that is not just hype. Whether you're hunting for that highly polished, elegant ballroom feel, a late-night club vibe, or honestly, just a place that reliably draws in skilled dancers and really high-energy crowds, Chicago is absolutely a premier destination. The variety you get here is just unmatched.
So here's our game plan for today. We'll start with Chicago's vibrant dance scene. Check out the grand ballrooms and historic theaters, move on to dance halls and community spaces, and finally, wrap up with a perfect venue checklist to get you ready.
All right, part one, Chicago's vibrant dance scene and how to find your footing.
Now, finding the right spot with so many options starts with one absolutely crucial distinction. There is a massive difference between a venue hosting a theatrical performance, where you're basically just sitting in the audience watching the action, and a venue hosting social dancing. If you actually want to move, you've got to seek out nights explicitly programmed for you to join in on the floor. It sounds obvious, right? But honestly, booking the wrong ticket is literally the easiest mistake a newcomer can make.
Moving right along to part two, grand ballrooms and historic theaters for a real night of tradition.
These spaces, they offer this profound pre-show sense of occasion. It really captures the essence of a classic Chicago night out. When you walk through those doors, you instantly know you're in for something special. If you want the full ballroom atmosphere, expect stunning, ornate interiors and very formal layouts. But hey, don't let the grandeur intimidate you. These spots host special events that feel deeply rooted in tradition, but they intentionally keep things totally accessible to newcomers. You can expect beautifully structured dance programming and phenomenal live bands that'll definitely keep you moving. Right alongside those grand ballrooms, Chicago boasts some incredible historic theaters that completely transform into elegant dance destinations. When touring groups or themed nights take over the room, the vibe is just magical. A massive benefit here is the polished sound setup. Since these are performance spaces first and foremost, the acoustics are incredible. That really helps the live music land perfectly clear while you're out there spinning around. But just a quick word of caution with these historic venues. Because their event calendars are all over the place, like they might host a play one night and a salsa band the very next, checking the venue's specific programming page is an absolute must. You've got to verify the timing, the ticketing, and most importantly, whether the dance floor is actually open to the public that specific night. You definitely don't want to show up ready to dance only to find rows of bolted down seats. Okay, on to part three, dance halls and community spaces. This is your straight up show up and dance territory. Let's shift the energy down a bit to a more casual vibe and talk about event-first venues. If you're visiting Chicago for the weekend, these classic halls offer a super straightforward show-up and dance experience. They regularly book DJs or live bands spanning all sorts of music genres. Honestly, they're the absolute sweet spot if you want options. You could do social dancing one night, catch a DJ set the next, and maybe take in a live band on your final night, just by matching your favorite music style to their weekly schedule. And then we have community-driven spaces. Chicago has a remarkably strong social dance culture, with organizations all over the city hosting recurring ballroom nights and themed socials. And let me tell you, these are incredibly welcoming to first-timers. They frequently offer tips for newcomers, dedicated practice sessions, and really amazing opportunities to meet and dance with experienced locals who just love sharing their passion. Here's the absolute best part about these community nights. If you're just learning the ropes, or maybe you're returning to dance after a long break, you should really prioritize these events. Why? Because they completely remove the guesswork from your evening. You don't have to wonder if the room will be too advanced or cliquey. You'll easily find the right level of instruction and a perfect mix of partners who are totally ready to dance with you. Finally, part four, your perfect venue checklist. Let's take some action. So, we've explored the landscape, let's pivot to action. It all really boils down to this one crucial question. How do you actually pick the right room for your night out? With ballrooms, theaters, halls, and community spaces all vying for your attention, how do you narrow the whole shebang down to guarantee a great time? Well, the crucial point here is to run your plans through a quick 5-step checklist before you buy a single ticket. Step 1. What kind of dancing do you actually want? Remember, ballroom and social dancing is a vastly different experience than club-style dancing. Step 2. Do you want the raw energy of a live band or the curated flow of a DJ? Both are awesome, just pick your flavor. Step 3, check the dress expectations. Are we talking formal ballroom or a smart casual community night? Step 4, if you're new or flying solo, explicitly seek out those partner-friendly newcomer events we talked about. And lastly, step 5, verify the timing, because the time the doors open is often very different from the time you actually get access to the dance floor.
To sum it all up, the very best dance experiences in Chicago are the ones that perfectly match your personal energy. Choose based on the event type you genuinely want to attend, always double-check that specific night's schedule, and make it a point to arrive early. That gives you time to settle in, grab a drink, and soak up the atmosphere before the music even starts. I want to leave you with a final thought to help kickstart your planning. Ask yourself right now, are you looking for swing, salsa, ballroom, waltz, or just some high-energy DJ dancing? And what exact day are you visiting? Once you answered those 2 questions, the vibrant, rhythmic world of Chicago's dance scene is literally yours to conquer. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, I hope you have an absolutely incredible time out there on the dance floor.